Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we're going to be talking to the Bloodhound family for some clues right now. There's a lot going on. It's a lot. But I'm actually excited to talk to the Bloodhound family. I feel like we had a little bit of interactions with them earlier, like with Gallagher and stuff like that, and some side stuff, but we haven't kind of interacted with them as directly as other groups, maybe. Careless Bloodhound family member, by the way.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
What do you want?
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now.
Oh?
We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC executive Topaz, ensuring that she stays put at the Reverie Hotel during her time on Penacony. We've got the right one this time.
You think it's... Because they're supposed to stop people from coming in illegally, right? Or like, isn't that what it was? Like, stopping people from coming in, like, without any authorization? So they think stopping Topaz is going to make any effect on this world whatsoever? Genuinely, here's the thing. I do think Topaz 100% is someone who is, you know, she's the IPC, so it makes sense to not want her to, like, get full access to the entire place, right? It's an IPC member, of course. But, like, saying you got the right one this time, I'm just saying, guys, like, I don't think you understand. Topaz is, like, not the bringer of death in this place. Not at all. There's a bigger problem happening here right now. But then again, not everyone knows about that, right?
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they were after trying to, because Firefly literally was a stowaway. Remember me? I was a Firefly, remember?
It's you again. Back for more trouble? We're not afraid of you this time.
I don't need you to be afraid of me.
Well, spit it out. Stop bothering us if you've nothing important.
Imagine seeing these, you know, three amazing people in front of you, and you're acting this rude.
So you know each other. Why do you keep running into people you've beaten up before?
When's our lunch break? I'm hungry. What? I need you to pull some records for me. It's official business. I got business with your captain. Where's he? Gallagher, yeah.
That's right. We're investigating a murder for the family. Can we speak to your captain about the case?
Well...
And here's the thing, even if you got brought us to Gallagher, like, he'd just throw us away right away if we were in the wrong, right?
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone to shut their traps before he returned from Dream's Edge. What murder? You'd better stop spouting nonsense.
So they do know about it, but that's what's kind of interesting about this. He just gave it away that you guys do know about it.
That's right. We have nothing to report. Please leave.
No.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate. But they did at least tell us that the captain is at Dream's Edge.
Oh my god, they are very careless.
Why don't we just look for the security officer then? It's probably Gallagher, the one she mentioned, right?
There's actually like a famous, I guess famous comedian that has the same name as the captain. And what's so interesting about it is like, where are we going? Penacony's Dream Edge? Okay. And what's so interesting about that as well is that, like, it just made me think of like the time when like I saw him across the street and like everyone was kind of waving at him. Like he was like, again, you can find like
security.
He's up there, yeah.
I bet they're stumped by the case as well. Gallagher.
He's over there.
Gallagher. Where could he be?
We see him right now, but I'm not saying that against Barch, by the way. Like we're legit looking for him. That's what she's saying that. But yeah, like I remember this it's just a perfect way of like Irish people react to celebrities instead of just like going up and like, hey, can I get your photo? All this stuff as well. They was going, how's it going, bud? You know, waving across the street, hello. You know, it was a very fun moment, I think. Let's talk to. Hey!
Apologies. The Bloodhound family is running an investigation up ahead. No unauthorized personnel allowed. Hold on a minute. I think I've seen you before. The gray-haired one.
Is this one we changed the emotions of to try and get into the area here?
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
March, the answer is quite a lot. That's right, it's me, a Clocky.
You think you look alike?
How about a clockwork trick?
Wait, are you for real?
Not possible. It was you the last time yelling about some clockwork friendship. Well, beating me up with that
Oh yeah, this is
girl.
this is the guy we changed the emotions of, right? Or tried to at least. It was a day out. What were we supposed to do?
I'm not letting you get by this time. Please leave, or I'll have to get on my knees and beg you.
That's kind of sad. Like, legitimately, like, I feel bad.
Huh? What kind of heinous crime have you committed now?
Guys, I just changed someone's entire, like, cognition and view of the world.
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation. If it wouldn't trouble you, could we see this Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There's been a few people mentioning this name.
Wait.
Even the one with the gray hair.
You don't know him?
He didn't send you all here?
It was the security officer who
Oh, maybe they don't know his
dispatched us.
name?
That's all I can divulge.
Or maybe he's keeping it close to the chest.
He'll do. He's the one we've been looking for.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through.
We have, like, authorization from the family.
Everyone, please leave.
Bro.
There's really no need for us to make things difficult for each other, right?
Is this his changed emotions that are doing this as well? Because, again, we have all, like, if it's for the reputation of family, we have, like...
We're really sorry for troubling you. Let's think of another way.
Another way. That's it. Didn't they say something about that?
Oh my god.
What was it? Clockwork? That got this guy to change his mind.
Marge is such a, like, even the way she talks is, like, always so sweet to me. Listen.
Another way. That's it. Didn't they say something about that?
Did you say something about that? I love her so much.
Can you perform it again? That, clocky magic.
I'll try my best. Just what I've been waiting for. I can't do it. I can't abuse it for evil doings.
Please.
Oh my god, how could you say no? If March came to me tomorrow and was like, hey, come on, Stell, we're about to do some of the most evil stuff you've ever heard in your life. You know, and you put this smile on, what am I supposed to do? You know? This would hold up in court. You know, if I'm about to go to prison for the heinous crimes that we committed, you know, we robbed 10 banks in one day, like, you know, maybe that's not that much of a heinous crime, but you know what I mean? Like, we did something really horrible. Like, this smile? Come on. You just have to show it to the judge, and the judge will be like, oh, that makes sense. When I say, like, robbing banks not a heinous crime, I'm saying that, like, obviously, like, the people in there who are just working there, like, you're traumatizing them. That's why it's kind of horrible, right? I'm not saying that, like, oh, you took money from the big corporation, so I'm so angry. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. Principal Bloodhound family member. The traumatizing aspect is the really awful part of that, obviously.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through. Everyone, please leave.
So I guess we have to, she said this before, we have to change his mind. You've met this Bloodhound family member before, met before, and you know he's very upright, but you're also aware that his principles sometimes don't matter when it's a person in a good mood. Jesus Christ, man. Have to change him again. Angry time, you know? It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It is kind of crazy that we're able to do this. It's dark to me.
Let me see what time it is now. Whoa, it's this time already.
You clocking out?
Time to clock out.
Okay.
And no one's gonna stop me.
You tell your, yeah, tell him. You tell your boss. Tell your boss you're going on break or you're leaving for the day. The highly principal member of the Blood family laughed heartily and left the scene. Good for him. But still, though, it is very dark in a way that we are changing people's brain waves like that.
This
The nervous laugh.
clockwork trick of yours. It's kind of dangerous.
Yes, 110% it is.
At least he won't be getting in our way again. Let's go find that Gallagher and ask him the intricacies of the case.
Legitimately, it's just like, you have changed people's brainwaves completely for years. How do you plead? And just like putting your hand on March's chin as she smiles. Oh, I get it. Okay. Bangs the gavel. I'm sending you to minus 20 years in prison, which means you get 20 years of free crime. You can commit crimes up to 20 years of sentences and you will get off scot-free.
I was wondering what all the commotion
Oh, here he is again.
Huh. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. Since you made it here, what can I do for you?
I said it before, this like Gallagher's design is like someone who like drinks 12 cups of coffee and doesn't get and gets the opposite of energy from them. He gets like tired from it. Like that, he looks like that type of person. He looks like he's like already like retired and had like one of the craziest and traumatic experiences on the force, you know?
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir. Judging from your tone, it sounds like you were expecting us.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too surprised, does he? Look at the paws on his cape as well.
Miss Himiko, you're too polite. There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallagher, you even know my name.
Himiko's I think Himiko's sometimes like I hope she does realize like how like we've seen it before, like her reputation is like very big around the places we've been so far. Now again, it's still surprising for her that he knows her name, right? Obviously.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this lady in the golden hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too.
It's insane like how memorable Firefly is to people, right? But then again, she was a memorable character, you know, and she is very distinctive. She had a very different dress than maybe other people might have. Like again, but also you're gonna remember Stowaway situation as well, right? I'm sorry
for what happened to that kid.
So he knows about it, yeah. That's exactly what the family orders to investigate. It's very difficult, right? Because, and of course, then at that point, you're not going to forget that either. Yeah, that's silly of me as well. Like it's like not just like the Stowaway situation, but also the fact that like it's one of those things where like that might have been a passing thing in his day where he's like, okay, you know, just like letting this girl off the hook, but then finding out that like, oh, the silver-haired girl died. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, oh, I remember that girl. I let her off a crime there earlier, or like a suspected crime. I got her out of it earlier, and then all of a sudden that like one encounter becomes way more important. You know? We're sorry too.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child, so we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
100%. It's still so hard to think about. I think about that. I think about her all the time.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
Why? What's wrong with the family?
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the
Oh
family.
my god. A quick cover up there.
No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Wait, is he saying that people who want to leave this paradise are idiots and little kids and inebriated fools? Because again, the way he's saying here is like he quotes beautiful dream, right? Anyone who resists the beautiful dream, they'll find it hard to leave. So that's like the idea like we got as well. Like it is like obviously like this big veil over this place. It's like an escapism for people. So it is hard for people to like find the courage to leave this place, right?
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
You got it wrong. I'm not.
It feels like he's trying to like go in between the lines with us a little bit, you know?
You want to discuss the case? Sure, come with me. This is not a good place to talk. Let's go elsewhere.
Like he suspects that there's something wrong with the, obviously like, that he knows there's something wrong going on here as well. And he's trying to like be maybe a little bit like sarcastic, not sarcastic, you know the way he said like quotations beautiful dream, you know? Or even here it's like, what a twisted fate here as well. He's like trying to like tell us without telling us something, you know? At this moment on the other side? Oh, is this, Aventurine?
Even after
no.
chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol.
Interesting. Like they are like a monument to themselves.
Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle.
Wow.
Revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
Yeah, that's like an interesting way to put it. Like what she's saying is like, and I love that they put like the little subtitles above here as well, because like, you know, the core is the Aeon, the harmony is the shared ideal, and we know for a fact that like, you know, there was in a very like almost like religious fashion, Sunday, like, you know, the way he enacted the thing on Aventurine last time was very like religious in that sense too. But there's a loyalty to the roles, I guess, as well. And then they get something out of it at the same time too.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so
I think the
long.
quotations are also because like it is like what people call it, right? It's why it's like it's one of those things that's like, oh, the beautiful dream.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the divines.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Oh yeah. So we have. They're talking about how like even though all this horrible stuff has happened, the thing is just running smoothly. They're saying that like any other power couldn't contain this building of such magnitude. The family itself is like a living idol. They follow the singular thing that they follow is the Aeon, and then that their shared ideals are like of harmony. And that's why they like, because it's like a two-way street, like they, you know, loyally follow the Aeon and harmony, and then they get stuff in return. But they're saying the human body has its limits, and even the divine has its limits. And he's saying this is it's sort of called a Galaxy Ranger would make. Yeah, okay. Just trying to make sure we have everything solid here.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling.
Yeah.
But not because of a particular Aeon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature.
Wait, what?
The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst.
So they want to think of themselves or like as like failing or like not failing but like crumbling, right? Because I guess like they're their own monument of themselves as well.
As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer
Interesting.
to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms.
Yeah, because I wonder if the thing is because everyone's in such like this like peaceful bliss and they believe everything's so amazing and they want to keep that intact, and like there's so much benefit from the family as well to be like, no, everything's perfect, everything's amazing. They wouldn't even believe that this place could even like truly fall, you know, and be destroyed. That because of that, death has been able to like loom and come in closer because people are not doing the right steps in because they don't believe that Penacony could fall, I guess. Because it's saying like if you live your whole life without any consequences, without any pain, you know, and all you ever have is happiness and joy, when it comes time to like actually like have like very hard times, you're not going to be prepared for those moments, right?
Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread. One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break.
So necrosis is like that death that's looming, the kind of crumbling that's happening to Penacony.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them.
Okay.
I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Please. This line here is fantastic as well. In the end, the dreams that built in the name and freedom became the cage and imprisoned, because again, the rose tints and the veil that they put over themselves and the escapism, it's like a lack of like to me, like it seems like a lack of preparation and a lack of like believing, and you know, people won't ever believe that this place could ever fall. And it's like one of those things where it's like, again, if you're in so much bliss and you're so high up in the clouds, it's hard to believe sometimes that like you could ever like be pulled back down from the clouds, you know, if everything in your dream has always been beautiful. Yeah, it's interesting. And I love, yeah, just this line as well, where it's like, you know, the place that's built in the name of freedom is now trapping them from seeing like the death and necrosis that is coming closer and closer to them.
Of course. That's if I remember.
We know her memories have been tampered with, right? She says this as her hand gently rests on the hilt of her sword, and then quickly lets go in the blink of an eye. Well, doing a little grumble there.
don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clear.
Ah, okay. So, like, remember, like she said, there was a secret to the sword as well. So, like, when she actually, like, takes out the sword a little bit, she's able to remember more.
Take your time.
It's like, yeah, don't worry. I don't understand, but just go.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony.
Just like that.
Ask away.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ask about the moment of day regarding the moment of daybreak?
The moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Okay, the moment of daybreak. So like that's the foundation. They're just self-explanatory. The foundation of the dreamscape.
Behind the dreamscape's song and dance stand many imagination factories. Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out in their dreams. Then they return to reality and sleep on a narrow bed in a room. A far cry from luxury.
So the workers there are the ones creating the dreams? So behind all this, there is like actually like factories that are creating these dreams. That's actually pretty crazy when you think about it. Like there's a factory of creations of dreams, you know? But then they don't have their own luxury, so they're like, it's like behind the scenes.
They say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward.
So they're like, oh, it's good enough.
There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age. The perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands. For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill. But I managed to bring her.
What is the garment? So, okay, moment of daybreak is... It's talking about the location where the foundations are kind of built upon, like where the stuff built in Penacony is. There's like factories there where like workers are working there to create like all these like beautiful dreams, but then they don't have like a perfect life themselves, I guess.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Okay, so like a bank of some kind?
Yes. It is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony.
So it's the economic heart. It's like a fortress like city. Sending blood that is made from money everywhere in Penacony. So is that like keeping Penacony alive with the funding through this?
Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry.
Okay.
The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour.
So they want people to work in the guild. Okay. That's all they want, is they want people to future generations to continue working the Gilded Hour.
I've never met anyone who was willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault.
All this is like very, very like, I want to make sure I'm following this, right? She only could stand at the crossroads. She was watching all the people hurrying, so everyone was like in a big hurry. And then she saw them like, oh, so what she's saying is like, it's a life of just like hustle and bustle that just leads to more money, to getting more money, to gaining more money, then wanting your future generations to continue that as well?
I don't know if they would open the vault's door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way.
That is
unfazed.
Rough. What? And that's again sells the idea of like what their focus is here. They're just like, again, this hustle and bustle never stopping, to the point that when someone like plummets from the sky and no one even cares. What the hell? So we have, okay, the factories behind creating the foundations of the dreamscape. We have the funding of the dreamscape that has run by a Pepeshi family that their only wish is for this cycle to keep going, where like it's breaking your back for money, hurrying to your work, then hurrying to deposit your credits, and hurrying back to work. It's like this never-ending cycle to the point that people don't even notice when people are plummeting to their deaths around them. About the blue hour.
I hear the blue hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Aventurine anchored along the Sea of Dreams.
Okay.
Where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night.
It sounds really pretty.
I ran into a wizened lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return. Waiting for countless hours within time that stood still.
That sounds pretty like, and again, that's like I don't know, romantic, but like very, very sad.
In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams.
So it's possible. So this is talking about like the idea of like losing your lover in the Sea of Dreams, I guess. Like it's possible to lose someone's consciousness in the Sea of Dreams.
Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said anything. Her eyes absent-mindedly gazing at the horizon for what seemed like...
So she was like incredibly lost in this moment.
Finally, we retreated to the beach.
Okay. Interesting. So the blue hour is like it contains this boat, this eventide boat, where like there's endless like partying and dancing and romanticism. Very interesting. Okay, and then the moment of dusk.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust.
Like it's nothing?
Betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price. And everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves.
So like the commodifying of like dreams and the commodifying, like again, it's like realizing your dreams are really is just like a big gamble.
I saw an Intellitron there, who was preparing to auction himself.
Jesus!
When someone wins a bid under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding, becoming that person's very possession.
That's how much people are willing to make money here?
That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times.
Huh?
And I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never... This time around, there were no successful bids
Wow,
for him.
selling yourself 13 times is insane. Or 12 times. Wow.
This is what I've seen and heard along the
Like,
way.
to be honest, like, you know what it instantly does? And we've already, like, seen the veil being lifted off Penacony, and we don't have, like, as much of a high opinion of, like, the idea of, like, how beautiful and dreamlike Penacony truly is. It's, like, it's very dark at times, too. Like, and more than enough times it's very dark. Like, what this says to me, like, the idea of, like, the moment of daybreak, right? The idea of showcasing, like, the stuff that we don't see, the people that work behind it. There has to be people working behind it. It's the same thing with, like, you know, like, if you go to a water park, you know, you tend to, like, not think about sometimes, like, the person who, like, you know, sets up the slide or made the slide in the first place. You know what I mean? They talk about, like, the gilded hour of, like, a currency center. They talk about, like, how, like, much money is being pumped into this and how, like, it's this never-ending, like, cycle of hustle and bustle. The blue hour being this, again, this gorgeous place, but if someone's, like, you know, lost their... And it's like a never-ending... it's like an endless dancing. It's like an endless... the Eventide boat's like an endless area for, like, endless romanticism. But because of that, you also have people who've, like, lost their loved one, like someone who lost their loved one, like, they're staring out at the ocean every night, like, losing themselves. And then, like, you know, there was the dusk area as well, which had, like, a massive amount of consumerism, gambling, scattering money like dust, robots selling themselves. Like, it is very dark when you think about it. Very dark. Very dark.
Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago.
So it wasn't always like this?
I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities, watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people, where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream
because she sees all the stuff that she's talked about here as a like here. I've traveled to realities and dreamscape plans and festivity. Watched the rides. Okay. And watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people, where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. So she thinks that because Penacony has become this, that's why like it's inevitable that it's going to be like crumbling.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Man, I think she's posing the question like who are we to say this? But death has descended upon this place, guys.
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn
Please
to share a story with you.
I'm on the edge of my seat listening to both these characters.
There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice.
Okay.
He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's
Gorgeous.
dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom.
A spiritual atom. Oh, gorgeous music.
And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future.
Wait, what? Is he saying that like, if you have no desire to move to or motivation, this music is gorgeous. Like, then you're never gonna find new things in your future?
They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual atom became unbreakable.
Is he saying that people might wish for this to awaken?
And yet, you stand here right now. Which also means that man failed.
Oh my god, by the way, just the directing of this as she says this as he turns around is a perfect shot.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save
it's
itself.
like, I think it's like an instinctual thing in humans that they seek the need to survive.
And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser
Icarus.
of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall.
So obviously the story of Icarus is someone flying too close to the sun, and it's like an analogy of like someone who like goes too far into one thing and it ends up hurting themselves basically in the end. You know, you go too far. But here he's like embracing his final victory with his fall, so he's embracing that as well.
He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea, and after that.
So is he comparing the idea of like creating like a perfect utopia for people as like, you know, it's a place not visited before, or is it literally the sun? I think it's probably more of an analogy, right?
Countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
And that's maybe the creation of Penacony as well, and like that type of idea of like a utopia.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit.
I mean, yeah. The idea of like, you know, constantly thriving to move forward. Embracing like, I guess even like failures, and understanding that like, you know, you're going to have to take a lot of risks as well during your journey too.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I too have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. So I will tell you. Even if not completely similar, the story you just told, it overlaps with my
How
past.
so?
And within that abyssal dream,
Abyssal dream.
I ended that man's life. Alone.
Wait, she's saying she ended this person, this Icarus, what he's calling Icarus? So she was the one who did that?
I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
This is, I won't lie and say like I'm not like a fully, like I'm not a little bit confused, because it seems like she's saying like I've embarked on journeys, encountering old friends and familiar faces from different worlds, witnessing their destinies and followed past into their minds. So I tell you, even if not completely similar, the story just told overlaps in my past, and within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life alone. Is she saying that that's the man that Welch was talking about? This is a very like this conversation is a law. It is a law.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can.
Right. So she's saying like I'm not who you think I am. I'm not aiming to destroy this place, I guess.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic.
We know she's not out of the hunt, though, right? Like, this is what she said to Duke Inferno. Gorgeous music, by the way. It's just so gorgeous.
Very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze.
I think that's what they're saying. That's what they're using for the analogy. It's like one person flies too close to the sun, and then the next person will soar to higher heights, and the next person will be able to do more. And I think here it's saying, like, you know, birds are born to fly, but the ancestors of those birds, before those birds are flying, could only look at the sky and hope that one day they could fly. And it is a kind of a trailblazing attitude, which is like making a new path as well, and for future generations as well.
They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the sky, attempting to touch its ceiling. All because the sun was there.
So, sorry that I keep, like, I'm questioning every line here, because again, I'm not fully grasping everything, which is okay. It's going to happen sometimes. Because they saw the ray of light from the heavens piercing the clouds, that's when generation after generation spread their wings and attempted to touch its ceiling. Because they saw like maybe a better future, they saw something that they could reach.
Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness.
An all-consuming black hole. And is that what like if you think of it, then it's like the last, like everyone else is trying their best for life after generation, and then eventually you find out that it's not what it's meant to be. It's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Oh my god, look at the look in her eyes.
Then why exactly do we even walk towards the light?
Is she saying that this is something that happened to her? Like she was like the one who like found this black hole, or maybe she's saying that like what's the point if like at the end of all of this it could be something like horrible. This is I'm not like gonna sit here and pretend I understood the entire conversation at all, 100%. I'm trying to ascertain like some stuff from it, but 100% it's gonna happen. So we're back at this phone call. Yeah, like I should answer the phone at least. Yeah.
Long time no see.
Huh?
Having fun on Penacony? Acheron.
Wait, what? Who's this?
This voice, it's not constant. Could it be her companion?
So it's another one of the Everflame Mansion members?
Though I don't know exactly what you are or what you're up to.
Well, I'm blanking out the name of the guy, but...
My bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store
Jesus.
And ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you.
Imposter. So like saying that she's not who she says she is. So she's pretending to be someone she's not.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron.
So there's
too.
multiple people trying. Acheron is like the center of attention.
Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the fuck
Oh my god, they thought they were talking to Acheron. You should probably like, I guess like, you know, you probably would trust your intel. We should probably make sure that you know that it's not, that it's Acheron before you start talking.
I'm the Garden of Recollection.
Being honest to her, being honest to him.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's body.
Interesting.
Never mind. It's fine.
Jesus Christ.
So get that forehead
Jesus,
clean
what the hell?
and wait for me.
Like honestly, like it's a crazy line, but like it showcases like this like dangerous attitude that they have. You know, leave your forehead clean for me. Order a casket for yourself. Crazy lines.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something
And
to
the fact
ask
that
you.
like they're willing to threaten someone so quickly, just finding that they might have association with Acheron, that means they really do not like Acheron.
Are you asking me to write you
Bro!
a will? Sure. Go ahead.
Dude has a list. He has a full refill pad of like a full notebook of all like the. He's like, okay, if she says this, I'll say this. He's like, what the hell? He has 1,000,001 ways to say I'm going to kill you.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's Acheron's deal?
It's so interesting to me that like so much like things converge at the Acheron point, right? Whether it be the suspicions that people have about her, the want to kill her, the want for people to stay away from her. So much is like centered upon Acheron, right? So much is. And when like here she says like, you know, she's not a part of the hunt. I know this, and this is something we found out as well from like Acheron's memories, at least.
Sure. Never thought I'd come across an ally. Fudge. What a stroke of luck. Well. I'll be on Penacony
Oh
soon.
God.
Memo keeper. Go buy a bottle of Asdana's white oak and warm it up. And I'll raise a glass to you.
This guy, I love that like he went from requesting for her to like write her own will, to keep her forehead clean, from Acheron to buy a casket, to now being like, hey, buy some white oak for me.
That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure. You best get a chair and take
Oh my God, what?
That woman named Acheron
We're getting this right now?
is an emanator who should not
An
exist.
emanator shouldn't exist? Look at this shot, by the way. An emanator shouldn't exist. We know they're emanated, but the idea that they should not exist. No. I mean, I'm happy we're switching to Aventurine's POV. And he's talking to Dr. Ratio right now. I'm glad we're switching to Aventurine's POV, but like, we're stopping on emanator who should not exist. That's where we're stopping. What is happening this episode? Penacony loves just dropping like mountains of like information at once, you know? And by the way, I want to make it clear. Sopranos had, like I said this before, Sopranos has 95% of his show is just eating and talking, right? It is. It's like 95% eating, drinking, and talking, right? But it's still one of the greatest shows of all time. Because sometimes you need that when stuff is complicated, right? It is a complicated story. There's a lot of intricacies. There's a lot of different ideals, plans, and stuff like this as well. So, like, I think it's, like, needed. But that doesn't mean that like some stuff's going to fall to the wayside. We're going to be getting some big reveals here. And Emanator should not exist. So by the way, Emanator, we know what they are, like in terms of like being like the direct link to the Eon and stuff like this as well. But should not exist implies that they should never have been an Emanator. What does this even mean? By the way, like, can I say something? Like, even though I know that there was a betrayal last time, there was like this situation going on with all these characters between Dr. Ratio and Aventurine. Can I say 100%? Like, one of the things that like brings me joy. It's like, if there's ever so, like, here's like, Navi as my Genshin comfort character, 100%, right? Aventurine and Dr. Ratio together, especially last episode, like, that is my comfort duo. Like, I need them together. I need them together. Legitimately.
You look pale. Or is that also part of
Sometimes people can be hurt as well, even like people like as clamorous as you would say as Aventurine.
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
A little bitterness in the voice there.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed.
Wait, what? The duties were just to bring me to Sunday?
Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
What is happening?
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now.
Wait, so he's the genius of the Council of Mundanites?
An honor.
And it's like an Undertaker is somebody who carries the casket right to the... Is that true? I forget what an Undertaker is. I know Undertaker the wrestler.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
What? What are you saying?
Great. Then tell your people that Aventurine is ready to go in 17
He's like, tell him 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the Harmony?
What?
My conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. That they hold the secrets of Penacony. So, I took the opportunity to set everything in motion. I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Rotary. Now I'm one step away from victory. Let's just
this huge gamble that he made, by the way, he's like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here where he's like, well, I got the money. I set everything in motion.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that.
Because that's the Dr. Ratio. Because I think it's like, hey, like, you know, there's a trader. Everything's set in motion. I got the gift money. I'm one step away from victory. But like what we saw was like Sunday getting the better of Aventurine in that sense.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me. Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony.
Wait.
You've achieved what you desired.
Wait. Am I wrong in saying that, like... Wait. No, maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but like if Aventurine dies on Penacony and Dr. Ratio goes back and notifies the IPC of this, would that not give them a reason to like, I don't know, like prosecute this place? I don't know how that works, but like, maybe I'm reading into that wrong. But you know what I mean? Would that not give you like would that not give the opportunity? It's like, oh, well, you killed one of our representatives, one of our high representatives. And he's like keeping things close to his chest because he's saying you betrayed me in that moment too as well. Go do what you must to look at the side of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You achieve what you desired. So you say, because saying you achieve what you desired, is the desired reaction here that like Aventurine is a target now, so that makes the IPC able to move in? Maybe?
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the
He is
dust.
handing out a lot of cash. Sorry, let me just read over this thought again, right? How do you stand and clean your task while your hands are tied by the harmonies? He's like, you still have to complete your task, which is like getting the Penacony, right? Like getting Penacony back. He said that there's a traitor in the family, and everything's set in motion now, and he actually everything's going according, not according to plan, but now he has the money. He's one step away from victory, and Dr. Ray saying, no, you failed. And he says, you betrayed me. And he says, go do what you must. But he's saying the side of the IPC for surrounding Penacony, because the IPC have already arrived, right? Like, there's IPC members here. Or is he saying what you achieved, what you desired is the Stellaron as well? It could be that too. Because, obviously, what I'm thinking is, if Aventurine is, killed here, or Aventurine is targeted here, would that not give the IPC, a reason to come in and, make some havoc for this place? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we're trying to ascertain what's happening here.
You are indeed a gambler. An insane one at that.
Not wrong.
Maybe I am. Who knows?
There's a bitterness. There's a bitterness in Aventurine's voice right now. There definitely is. And especially since, with that flashback, we know that, his sister was basically begging him not to gamble his life away again.
Fine. Here, take this.
What's this?
Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
What's this? Medical advice?
Oh my god, look at his smile. He's just a sweet boy. Look at him. Oh! Dr. Ratio.
You catch on pretty fast, Doctor.
What's messing with his mind here? Because you saw he had a headache there when Dr. Ratio showed up as well.
Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical. Wing-headed scoundrel.
Wow. I wonder if this device would save him from death somehow, or maybe it's just something that prolongs the death or something, something like that. It looks like an injection of some kind. But yeah, Sunday said solve the case without even without any help.
But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway, it's just as I guessed it would be. As for now, let the rain of wealth from the IPC fall evenly on everyone.
But the way you're all on edge about the stowaway is just as I guessed it would be. So they're talking about a Firefly? So this has changed everyone's perception of what's happening here, the stowaway? And he's saying the wealth of the IPC fall even on everyone. Is that like a sarcastic expression of hey, let the IPC rain down on everybody? Okay, we're playing as Aventurine again. Mundane's Insight. A most exquisite... Oh, it's a scroll. Holding a doctor's prescription with... Oh my god. Dr. Rich advises you to only unveil at the moment of life or death. You look dis... Oh my god. You look distressed as something troubled you can figure out yourself. Scrollum said... Oh my god. To Icarus... Look at the way this is all viewed as well. Aventurine said, by the way, that not Aventurine, sorry, Scrollum said to Dr. Ratio that you are way more compassionate than you know you are. And I feel like this is one of those moments as well where I'm trying to change my team here, but sometimes it just goes off the edge here. You're way more of a medical doctor than a scholarly doctor than you think you are. And the reason he said this is because in the end, he was trying to make sure in his own weird way, he was trying to make everyone was safe from the from Duke Inferno, right? In this moment here, he gets his Stellaron research. He talks about how he'll report the task of, or maybe report you dying back to the IPC. But then in the last moments, once again, in a very Dr. Ratio fashion, it's but I also got to do this, don't I? It's goddamn my the compassionate side of me, and handing the scroll that for some reason he has to open when he's close to death. So I wonder after the 17 hours, could he open this up and something happens then? Because I'm thinking that for a second I thought when he said you got what you desired, that I thought the Dr. Ratio had this big plan to maybe use the targeting of Aventurine as a way to bring the IPC members even closer in here. But it seems he was talking about the Stellaron research as well. And then Aventurine was trying to keep his plan close to chest, because Dr. Ratio is saying, Dr. Ratio's perception is you failed. I saw you fail. What happened is you failed. But then now he's saying, Aventurine saying no, I'm just one step closer to what I want to do here. He also mentioned giving money out to people and saying that was a big part of it. So I wonder if him giving money to us and giving money to other people is actually like a massive part of the story as well. Yeah, there's a lot more we're going to discover here. Right? We're not like done here, right? We're not done. Yeah, and also, like, you guys know, like, I'm not like always going to be like fully on. Oh, this is like a warped view. I'm not always going to be fully like knowledgeable about everything that's happening 100%. Not everything like is going to be like fully on my radar 100%. And I'm still figuring stuff out, just like, you know, everyone was when they were playing the game too, which I think is a fun aspect as well. I think that for me, when I watch a playthrough as well, and I think you guys agree with this, like there's just as much fun as in like and like when people go like, oh, Calvin, you figured out, you know, this character really well. And I love that, by the way. When people say that, I'm just like, man, that warms my freaking heart so much. It really does. But I feel like there's also fun in watching a Let's Play where someone's kind of like creeping up and figuring stuff out. You know what I mean? I love both those things. Where I'm watching someone do a playthrough, like say I've watched like someone play Alan Wake 2. I love them like, you know, slowly figuring stuff out, but also I love those like moments where it's like, they got this. You know, like I love those moments. I think that like that's what makes a playthrough so fun for me, even, like, you know. Yeah, let's go talk to the lady over here. And can I say as well, like I said last time, I have a soft spot for Aventurine. I want to make it clear here, right? Like this man here, right, to me has such a complicated background with such an interesting story, right? Yes, he's gorgeous. Yes, he has a beautiful face, a beautiful smile. You know, I saw him save 12 puppies from a tree last week. That part might not be true, but like we can pretend. But like, I'm always in love with like characters that are tragically like sad, but like have a very vibrant and, how do I say it, very peacockish nature, where they are like showing up a front all the time, but they have like one of like a very, you know, complicated and storied past. And I feel like one thing that not only the facial expressions are doing really good with this character is that also the voice actor for Aventurine is absolutely fantastic as well. They're doing such a good job of having those subtle moments. Even when they were talking to Dr. Ratio, there was like, usually, like, here's you could say, well, Aventurine always talks like this, kind of, you know, he talks like this sometimes. But this time he was talking like this. There was a bit more anger in it. And maybe a bit more bitterness. You know what I mean? There's like a tiny bit more bitterness there, and I think that's like was such a good choice because things have changed a little bit. But he's also keeping the cards close to the chest still. I love this character. I really do.
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in
Are we just handing out money now? Here we go, these gems for you.
Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger?
It's part
like
of the plan, I guess, the money we have.
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffering from poverty.
Oh my god, what a sweetheart. No, like, so he's handing out this, so that's my what probably went, like, made the wealth of the IPC rain down on everybody. He meant literally his, like, his per diem money is going on all these people.
That's incredibly
wow.
kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the chance, please, feel free to come by and indulge in my singing.
Sure thing. By the way, do you happen to know anything interesting about death?
Maybe it is a way to soften people so they'll answer questions as well, in terms of investigation.
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony.
Wow.
As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
I love his voice actor. It's so interesting that he got a new job as well in between, like, the last scene, you know? Me just believing everything Aventurine says. It's crazy, man. You know, he's a tabloid reporter now.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the reality hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up.
That's pretty scary.
They were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family, after all.
That's what we want to believe, right? We want to believe that we're fully protected.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline.
Oh my god.
May Shibe protect us.
May Shibe protect us?
Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in
Interesting.
a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end.
So...
I can feel something inside my head.
Oh, man.
Is the harmony starting to...
So this literally is the harmony that's had to be held over him as well. And yeah, showcase that on, like, even the harmony has some, like, you know, darkness to it as well. So, like, a spiritual death is when you die when you die in the dream, right, and then you don't wake up, right? So I wonder if, like, that was close to a spiritual death, since, like, their brain died, but then they woke up anyway. I wonder. But then again, they didn't mention, like, I don't know if that's the same thing, because they never mentioned Firefly or Robin being in a coma. They just mentioned that they're dead, you know? So it's a bit different. A movie critic.
The world has truly lost its way.
It is fantastic of Aventurine, by the way, like, legitimately just giving money for no ulterior motive whatsoever. He's such a fantastic person. Yeah, I got these gems for you.
You. Wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right?
Calm down.
You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right?
Can I have 1,300 burgers? Wow, 1,300 burgers? Yeah. It's for the Astral Express. Why are you doing this? I just like to help people out. Okay, have it for free. Thank you, sir.
You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
I think Aventurine's literally helping you out here. Like, obviously, like, it's for his own, what he wants himself, but, like, I'd accept the money.
Great show will start soon, old
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
They've been talking about the idea of the culmination of something happening here. Like, when you're here, will you be here for the show? What side you're going to be on as well? But I love the, like, Aventurine, like, he's so playful that, like, this dude's like, Drew against show never comes easy. And then he's just like...
Great show will start soon, old man.
He's like, buddy, this place is effed. Don't worry about that. You're going to see something cool very soon.
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster. looking
Another?
for death, huh? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't think you're the first one who's ever thought of that idea.
It sounds like you're like, you know, you're not reacting very well to people, like, you know, even talking to you for a second.
Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. Now, but what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut.
What?
And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings and lights.
Oh my god.
The sky was spinning so fast it almost made me puke.
That's the meme, right? That's the meme. Isn't it?
Is that...
That sounds like the meme.
all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk groundbreaking art. Can you believe it?
What a joke. Well,
Oh my
I'll
god.
leave you be then. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I love it. Again, it's just like Aventurine's voice is so
A
nice to
monster
listen
covered
to.
in eyes. That sounds like the memory
Yeah.
zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. Well, that whole dream bubble was probably created using rumors and gossip.
Yeah, people fill it out in their own mind, right? Like it's like a snowball. A rumor starts in one place and ends up in a completely different place. It's just amazing. Leave him alone.
Voice in my head.
Please leave him alone. Please.
It's getting closer.
Like it's super interesting in Aventurine's character, how he, like, you know, he is like a very, you know, he is 100% good at manipulation in a way, like, but not on everybody, of course. But his whole thing is like being like kind of like a you know, as Dr. Reishi used the perfect word, a clamorous. He's like a peacock. He's someone who is like very good at, like, you know, talking to people. Some people are very immune to it, but like in his sense, he's like, you know, he's very good at like that kind of persuasion stuff. Even now, he started a conversation with this dude, like, you know, not getting anything out of it, and ended up not like having a little bit of like a, you know, leave you to it then, buddy, and getting something out of it as well. You know, he has a charm that is off the charts. It legitimately is. And like, I think it's good to showcase that as well, because he got where he is for a reason. You know, he's not just like he is all talk. Legitimately, he's very much talk, but in a sense where it's like he's very good at talking. He is. It's just that what we've seen so far, he's like, you know, been talking a lot to Dr. Ratio, Sunday, and Sparkle, which are characters that, like, you know, probably aren't characters that you're gonna get one up on a lot. You know, so that's a bit different as well. Ochi.
A sip of liquor. A blissful reprieve. To drown 1,000 sorrows. Let worries leave. I know I have what it takes to become a poet.
You have a lovely cardigan here. Here, I got these gems for you.
Oh? You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place.
Okay. Well, it's Aventurine, the most generous person in all of Penacony.
Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's enough. This is just a dream after all.
The very drunk laugh as well.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Aventurine called me my friend.
Oh. Maybe I really should quit. But not before meeting the Devil of Soul Glad.
What? The Devil of Soul Glad?
The Devil of Soul Glad? Care to elaborate?
Please do elaborate.
Yeah. It's a seahorse with a long neck. They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones
Seahorse
who
with a
are
long
passed
neck.
out on the side of the road. How funny.
Have we seen anything like that before?
Yeah. Very funny indeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god, the voice actor for Aventurine, I'm telling you.
Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
That's how much pain he's going through? Like, if you think of it, that's how bad the pain is. And have you ever, like I guess, like, if you've ever had, like, a bad, like, toothache, and you go, like, I just wish someone would just get this tooth out of my freaking head. I wish someone would just rip it out of my head. You know what I mean? Like you get those thoughts when you have a very bad toothache, right? Like, how bad the pain is in his head that he's just like, I just want to rip out my freaking, like, brain for evidence. You know, that's how bad the pain is.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger,
This guy.
remember that the hounds are always ready to help.
Is it a requirement of, like, higher ups in the hounds that you don't find shirts that fit you? Here, I got these gens for you. The expression of this hunk of a man was complex, and if you were looking at a mud-soaked sparrow unable to fly and nearing its end.
You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
So he's noticing that we're not looking great right now?
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to reach out to us hounds.
That's interesting, someone noticing how
Well,
dire a straits he's in right now.
I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound in Penacony,
Flattery.
have you come across any stowaways recently?
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony? We've never had anything like that before.
You do now.
All right.
And she was lovely.
Good luck with your work then.
She was so nice.
What was I even thinking? Family would never share intel with the IPC.
Right, yeah. They're right now trying to cuff them, right? They're trying to, the Bloodhound family is trying to contain them. So again, we're literally distributing gems and asking about the stowaway. We're asking about death, we're asking about the stowaway. It is 100% like a bribery thing, but like honestly, like it's not a bad way of like getting people's attention, right? It's not.
You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay?
Here, I got these gems for you.
Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest, I've never seen anyone who gives out money to others like you.
No ulterior motives, just a kind person.
So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale, handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his lead heart in the fire?
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter, maybe you've heard something about death?
Another curious...
Another?
I see. Well, that was actually the topic I was most into when I entered the industry. But my boss shut it down.
So there's people aware of the idea of, like, exploring the idea of death within the dream, right? So that's interesting.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid.
Right.
I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly
Yeah, and from their perspective, that's what it would be, right? It's like this rumor, this urban legend. You'd look kind of silly to people who are just like, what? Who most people in this place believe that, like, it's a perfect dream, right?
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
Look, sweetheart, even saying thank you. Look, he's saying thank you to people. Leave him alone, please. It's getting worse. Look at the top of the screen as well. I will literally beat up the Harmony myself. I will beat up the Harmony myself. So yeah, what we got from that is there's people who are very much aware of the idea of death in Penacony.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me.
Here, I got these gems for you.
Is this a gift? For me? Are you sure this isn't some kind of mistake?
Yes, it's for you. Just take it.
He says, just please. Just please take it.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have you never gotten a gift before?
No, it's not much. I just want to ask you something.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Your father, mother.
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger, even in dreams. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
So even right now, he's still protecting him. I think it's so interesting that there is like more like people that we even realized warning people about the dangers that could be in the dream. There's rumors about like death that's in the dream. There's like people that are stirring up like urban legends about death in the dream. So it is something that's more widespread than we thought it was.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day.
Oh my god.
The Devil of Soulglad, dangers in the dream, and nightmare ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this dream granted by the family. Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues. The gems in my bag are running low. Well, let's see if my last lucky interviewee brings some surprises.
Sure, and that's the thing about like this whole thing that Aventurine doing here now is like, yeah, there's a lot of rumors here, but like what it tells you is that there is a big, as Aventurine said, there's an interest in the idea of death. Because I think that would happen anyway. While like most people are just trying to there are going to be some people who are going to be like, what if like someone could die in the dream? What if something like this would happen here? What if something horrible could happen? But yeah, like it's interesting to even think about. But I didn't know how widespread it could be, even with like the small amount of people we've talked to. Man, our vision is effed. Oh no, Aventurine.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
Oh my god, that's Sparkle. No, don't talk like that. That's freaking Sparkle.
Snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere.
Oh, I feel so bad and you feel love. This is definitely Sparkle. Of course.
The smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
That's what he's looking for. Oh my god. When she smiles, right? When she smiles, worrying.
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
So she showed up as Robin on the TV after her death.
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward.
Right, yeah. It was always a clue. Befriend a mute. And it was masked as like this big insult as well, by the way. Befriend a mute.
And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
Yeah, she's, oh my god, symbolically she's saying that you can't like use your voice properly anymore, like, you know, like mentally, like you're no longer like under your own control.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes?
Yeah.
You did, Blondie.
Right? Well, what are we getting at here?
No, I mean, what did you mean by becoming one myself?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is she talking about the idea that now you don't control yourself, you no longer can...
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her.
Wait, what?
Unable to speak ever again.
Wait, what? Is she talking about death? Or is she talking about like that the harmony can like take away her voice?
But it's a good thing if you ask me, because
I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Yeah?
Oh?
You don't think so?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait.
No way.
The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around.
No way.
So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my...
Can I say something here, right? If this is actually like Aventurine doing like 4D chess constantly, whether it be with Sunday or with Sparkle, that's incredible, amazing. But I also want to gear up for the other avenue here. That again, he puts on such a front. He's so like a peacock. He likes to put up like this big like important front, right? Do you think that this just randomly happened with the Sparkle and now he's trying to be like keep up that appearance as well at the same time too? That could be possibly it also. Either way, like it's a very interesting avenue, right? That they take on either side here.
why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into chaos?
Oh my god.
Well, I can make
appealing to her fun side.
I just need an answer to one question. Back then, when you asked me to find a mute.
And he's saying, by the way, if he's able to like take the veil down off Penacony and reveal all the stuff about Penacony, then the whole place would go into chaos.
Did you really mean Robin?
Interesting question. I didn't even think that it couldn't be Robin. These crows are watching us, by the way. That was the one in the office, by the way, as well. Not only that, but in the rooms where you enter for the first time, there is a crow that turns its head side to side when you're moving back and forth. These birds are watching us.
And what if I say no?
Oh my god. Sparkle!
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded
So he has to find, if it says no, that means there's a different avenue. There's another place he can find a mute.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make?
So what mute is she talking about?
Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though she is still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find her again.
What do you mean? Who?
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool.
So who was it? Help me!
Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
It's interesting that every time, like the same thing with Dr. Ratio, one thing that like keeps happening here with Aventurine, is that there is like, is that he like will say something like, and now I've done this and I got this, and Dr. Ratio's like, that's a fancy way of saying that you lost, and now Sparkle's saying that's a fancy way of saying that you haven't learned anything so far. So again, I wonder if it is like a read that they have on him that they're like, you're just bluffing, you know what I mean? Because he is a bluffer, he is a gambler, he is someone who has done that his whole life, right? He is, you know, we saw that even when he was a kid, he was like, you know, gambling stuff away like this as well. And I wonder if like it is like there's two avenues you could take this, that like, you know, he knows exactly what he's doing, or at the same time, you could also say that like he's bluffing, you know, and that wouldn't be, you know, out of character completely.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 systems.
So he has 16 hours left to do this. Who's the other mute, I wonder?
Really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand.
Sparkle's gonna help.
Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured destruction button.
Oh, that's the thing from the
I have one
TV.
just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke.
What? Oh yeah, like why would we do this though?
If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels.
But like
right?
knowing Sparkle though, this could be like 100% the most truthful thing that she's ever said, right? This is totally true, right? But then also at the same time too, right? It could be a thing where you press the button and like, you know, streamers fly out of it instead. You know?
Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care too.
Oh my god, so hospice care is when you're very close to death. So she's saying like, I reach out to me like, and like, you know, for my quote unquote hospice care.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring
Sunday
it in
literally
here?
told her to go away.
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer.
Oh.
Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of. But it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony.
That he's... Did I read that wrong? Wait, 1 second. Sorry. I want to re-reckon this for a second here. He said he's still here on Penacony. You'll never find her again. And he says he's still on Penacony. And she used quotes there as well.
I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of
Oh
the
my
family.
god.
And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who
Oh my
couldn't
god.
speak will find their voices again.
Holy. He's determined to do this as well. So those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. Is there a symbolism of the idea that like people are so lost in Penacony that they don't have their own voice anymore or something like that as well?
When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
Oh my god, catch you later.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word.
The conversation went way different this time, right? Way different this time.
Just don't let me down now, okay?
Yeah, like I'm totally 100%. I think we're supposed to be like not fully aware of everything that's happening here, right? 100%. But she just said like, you know, we just found out the original thing when she said, oh, go find your mute, actually wasn't Robin. But then she tried to like be a bit playful and say her, but then Aventurine came back and said him. And now Aventurine here is saying that like he's gonna handle everything. It's like I'm gonna decline your offer. He's not going to find this mute friend, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. It's like, I'll handle the rest myself, and he's going to orchestrate this downfall. And the people will wake up, by the way. It signifies to me that everyone's going to realize what Penacony is like and everything that's happening on Penacony, right? People are going to realize the secrets behind Penacony, and that's going to cause the chaos that, like, Sparkle would definitely like to see as well. And I think she's saying here as well, like, reach out for my care. If you need more help, reach out to me. But, like, obviously, like, it's more of a situation where she just wants to see, like, the world burn as well. Oh, no. Oh, no. And there's the freaking, yeah, like, it looks fresh on his, like, a branding on his neck. It looks fresh.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky
He's not
charm.
35. He's a Kakavasha.
Can a commodity code really be considered a
Oh
lucky
my freaking god! That's what they call it, a commodity code. A freaking commodity code.
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sigonian
Oh,
hound.
go away, will ya? Shut your mouth. I didn't give you permission. Go away from that. This is your life. This is what you're gonna go to sleep. When you're in your deathbed, you're gonna look back and go, "Oh yeah, I'm so super proud of what I did with my life." Dirt. Absolute dirt.
The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day.
Massacre. Is that talking about the massacre of his people?
But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
on, you and your good luck are my assets. Are we clear?
This is an awful piece of dirt, this person is. An awful piece of dirt.
Your first task is simple. In addition to you,
Holy.
I've purchased 34 other slaves.
Just a disgusting person. Absolute evil.
Go, play a game with them. If you come out alive
Oh my
after 2
what?
days, it proves that you're the real.
Treat him like a freaking dog. Worse than a dog. No one would treat a dog this way.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a
Oh,
good
you are disgusting. You are a piece of dirt. You are trash. You are not worth the dust that gathers upon the shoes of Aventurine, you absolute freakish piece of dirt. Jesus Christ. Dirt. Absolute dirt.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
Oh my god. Trying to reason with them even as well. The problem is with these type of people is they're not reasonable people. They grew up thinking that they can control anything and that their whole existence is, the whole world was made for them. It's their playground, and everyone else's feelings and emotions don't even freaking matter as long as they get what they want.
I've got stacks on stacks,
Oh, shut up.
Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous.
Self-righteous, talking back to your slave owner, self-righteous. Self-righteous, what does that make you? Makes you a bastard.
But you look good. And that's why many customers are
Oh,
betting
F
their
off.
fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now and don't let your master
Oh
down.
man, don't let your master down. Absolute dirt. Absolute dirt. Dirt.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price. How much did you
Oh,
pay?
they're trying to find out how much he's worth.
For me.
This is not even a question that most people would ask.
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
So like 60 red copper coins.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30
Like,
tanba.
oh, that's... What's so heartbreaking is like it's from the time when he was gambling as a child, right? This has been something that has been a part. Like again, by the way, lucky. You're so lucky. You've been told you're lucky your whole life, and look where he is now. And even now, he's like gambling on his own life again. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba.
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but That won't do. Don't forget your place,
Oh my god.
slave.
Oh my god.
You're not
Oh my god.
qualified to be at the table.
You're not qualified to be at the table. Who would want to be at a table with you? Any table that you are at is tarnished. And anyone who sits with you is just as bad.
You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with more chips for your master, or you never come back. It's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
I would love to reach through the bars. I swear to God, blood boiling. Blood boiling. Blood absolutely boiling at this guy. I would literally like give anything to dance on that lad. Anything. We're changing POVs again. So
What brings you here, Gallagher?
before we go any further, we're back with Gallagher and like this crew as well. I wanted to just like say how like horrific and horrible the situation that obviously Aventurine grew up in from birth. This is a character who, again, as you said, was called a lucky child, but like clearly they twisted that in their own mind as well as like, oh, well, like I always get out of these situations, never looking at the bad situation. And even now, right, it seems like they're doing that as well, where like they were given 17 system hours to live, basically, right? And they took it as, well, I'm one step closer to finding out what the problem is, you know? They you know, they're talking to Sparkle, and like they don't know everything, but they're changing their mind to be like, well, I know this and I know this. And even Sparkle's like, that just sounds like you know nothing. There's a constant thing in their mind where I feel like they are trying to like, you know, live up to the idea of being the lucky character, the lucky person. No one who is lucky ends up in a situation that Aventurine was in there. Nobody. It's just a false perception, I feel like, of being lucky. And to me, like, as we said last time, one of the reasons why there is such like the idea of, you know, waking people up in Penacony and ending Penacony is not just like for the IPC. It seems so personal again, because you look at the situation that Aventurine has gone through. He's gone through a horrible existence where the people with the most money and the most power throughout his life were the ones who were like mistreating him, and him and his sister and his family were massacred. Not he was massacred, but his people were massacred for a profit. There was you know, he's sold off as a quote unquote item for profit, and that fully explains why someone like him would want to become an IPC member, because throughout his whole life he's been taught that the value of someone's existence and life comes from the perception of you and the money that you might have and what you can do with that money. And even now he's using that money to get ahead in life, right? To pay off people, to bribe people. It's a horrible existence that comes along with like a history of rotten situations that has led to him now. Not only I feel like this lack of like true trust that he has in people, but also this front that he puts up, this veil that he puts up. He doesn't want anyone ever thinking again that he is like less than. He doesn't want anyone thinking again, ever again, that he is the one that's on the back, that he's the one trapped, that he's the one that's in the corner. Even when he was caught by Sunday, tricked by Dr. Ratio, and all this stuff, he's still like, you know, no, I got the upper hand. And again, I understand, I'm not saying that he might have like, again, an advantage here as well, 100%. But there's no doubt about it. You look at that situation. It's a horrible situation that he was put in by Sunday. 100%. But still, he's like, oh, well, there's a silver lining here. You know?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Siobhan? We have some Irish names here now, Siobhan. How you doing, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval.
As cool? You think she's as cool as Serval? I think she is Serval. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? She's cool indeed.
Who's Serval? Will you introduce me to her?
What are you talking about?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the
Why would Sal even make a joke like that? I don't get
They're
it.
an age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
You look so tired.
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy.
What?
The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized non-alcoholic drinks for you.
Cool.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Everyone's constantly just hinting at stuff in Penacony. Nobody ever wants just to say stuff. And I guess that's like the idea of like around Penacony is that like everyone's always just hinting wink wink nudge nudge constantly. Because that's what this place is. It's a one big wink wink nudge nudge.
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely
You are a lovely lady. I
Even
love
in
that you love
reality,
that.
Mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
Okay.
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life story be created.
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Sure. We're actually picking ingredients? Like that this is legit a true thing. We've switched POVs again. Yeah, Aventurine like is gonna break my heart, I think, when all this is over. I feel that my heart is gonna be broken. So why we have to like go collect the ingredients for the drinks? Down here? No. This is a combat area, it seems. Yeah, it's up here. So you actually have to go behind the bar? Or maybe we just talk to them? Maybe I do this.
Does that hurt?
Oh, there's like stuff around here. So we have...
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads, Dream Syrup, thick. I don't see an expiration date, but the production date is half an amber era ago.
Is that a lot? Is that a lot?
Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's for sure.
Maybe it hasn't expired? But I thought we could drink anything in dreams.
That's true. But this really doesn't seem
Can I just say, after everything that's happened in this story so far, and like all the very sad stuff and very harrowing stuff we've seen with Aventurine, it is nice to have a... I love when, the scenes between March and Stell, which mean the world to me, by the way. I do wish John Hung was here, but like I love the interactions of these friends.
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now. Feel free to have some. It's perfect for entertaining lovely guests like you.
She called us lovely again.
Then we'll keep it for now.
March really like is influenced by this gal. So we got receive dream syrup. Okay, so we just have to literally go around the bar, like literally go around the bar and look for ingredients. That's what it is. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't even notice that you could pick up ingredients here on the bar. Here's another one over here.
Can this be used for mixing drinks? Oh, and there's a note underneath. Exchange with your precious things. What should we exchange for it? And who should we give our stuff to?
Give praise of high morals. Give 50,000 credits. Give a bag of trash. 50,000 credits? You put 50,000 credits into an empty cup. I have a lot of cash.
can lead to happiness. Does this mean we can take it? I'm not sure if it's a good deal, but thank you anyway.
Is that all we needed? Okay.
Not sure if it's enough.
We can try it out.
Stay out of my way. I'm looking for Siobhan.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh. What's all the commotion about?
I'm looking for Siobhan, but that is Siobhan. What a...
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
So wait, what exactly is she asking for? For her talents, okay. The Iris stage is that where Firefly was performing?
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around.
So you have to find a way for her to move?
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick?
Yeah, we can. I guess we can. Just what I've been waiting for. How come even you, Himiko? Yeah, she's suggesting it.
Yeah, I'm counting on
We're changing people's brains. Imagine if I just Stella went over and just kicked her. Boom. No, the other one.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please stop it. I'll never leave until she accepts my proposal.
It seems like she just doesn't want to do it.
I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers whatsoever.
If you're not able to understand someone's perspective, then you're not going to be able to understand their answer, you know? Siobhan just said anything can be embedded. Perhaps we can try various experiments to see what different emotions can brew into different... What? Try reading her thoughts. Calm, happy, sad. Do we make her happy?
I've seen it.
Oh no, she's happy about thinking about
Siobhan
Siobhan.
and I share the stage. The crowd is going wild. Applause crashing like waves. The aroma of irises fills the air. A beautiful melody playing. Ribbons dancing around us. And the taste is sweeter than honey. I've seen that scene countless times in my dreams, and every time it mesmerizes me. That's why I have to bring her back to that world, no matter what it takes. Want to raise a glass, my attentive listener? Let's consider it a toast to my far-fetched.
So this isn't going to work out. The happiness isn't going to work out. Make pour to Pika white grape soda in tall glass of rims, clink, emitting a crisp, resonant sound.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
We have to try something different then.
I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This rundown shack with no customers.
So what are we? So I guess we could try calmness, maybe.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, I just don't get why she...
Wait, did that not work? Did I press the wrong? I pressed the wrong button? I think did I? That's wait, no, she is calm. So she already was calm. So maybe we try sad.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never meant to cross, yet I'm still holding on to her. I'm too timid and shy, longing to shine but afraid of stepping into the spotlight. I need her guidance because I'll never be able to do anything alone.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know Siobhan's past, and you have no clue how radiant she used to be. Even among the talented Iris family, her skill was unmatched.
What are we doing here, by the way? Like, I know we're trying to get her to leave, but is this like going to be like also really integral to the story as well, like this person?
I know she probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead. But all I want is for her to reclaim her place.
You feel an inflexible mix of bitterness and sweetness that permeates the air. The moment your emotions turn to liquid, filling your goblet. Did that not work either? You have to make her angry or something?
She's still not leaving.
Like I don't get what, like, is this just a mini game they're giving us right in the middle of the main story? I don't get it.
I just don't get why she won't leave.
Like, I guess we just have to do this.
Those darn Iris jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar. It's all their dirty scheming. I get it now. She's not leaving because she doesn't want to run into them again. I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter to the Dream Master exposing the crimes committed by the Iris family. Siobhan will definitely appreciate.
So let's talk about how that the Iris family treated her improperly.
Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down.
Oh, okay. It's not very nice, is it?
My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear, and bringing tears to
Like
my
making people
eyes.
feel this way, I suppose, you know? It's not that nice.
Maybe I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me.
Possibly?
Here's the payment for the
Like, if you
drinks.
think of it, though, like,
Please, pass it
we
on
gave
to
her such a concoction of emotions that she just can't handle anymore. It's actually very, very dark to me.
Am I? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
Itching, okay. Yeah, like this is that was a very interesting situation there. Like obviously, like I guess we're showcasing the powers that we can have here once again, but also like what the Iris family might be doing behind the scenes as well. Continue collecting ingredients for drinks. Do we have to keep doing that? Like why are we doing that for? Oh, Himiko.
It's so glad. But
Oh, I thought we were going to talk to Himiko.
so glad at the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice. It's still fizzy and has a long shelf life.
Maybe someone else brought it here? Maybe it's placed here for decoration.
Yeah, perhaps. Soul Glad is a classic in Penacony, and it'd be strange for a bar not to have it. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else. That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, it's like you know, and it's funny that some people might do that though as well, though, right? Some people might go to a place even to do something they can make at home.
You're right, Himeko.
Okay. So we can't talk to Himiko. Let's just go talk to Gallagher then. I'm not sure if like we should where are the other drinks we should collect over here? This drink collecting stuff is like interesting to me. Like I guess it's like showing like what we can like make with dreams through like or like make with emotions through drinks and stuff like this as well. But I'm not sure how else that's gonna work. Would you like to invite me to a drink? Could you, customer? Mr. Shoulders like a show goes down well. Inspiration is pouring out like bubbles, tweet. I'm getting to exchange creative ideas related for a million. Dear customer, I'll have a tip a few back with you next time, tweet. No problem, bud. You live your life, little tweety guy. For sure. What is that?
Hey, look at all these chips scattered everywhere.
It's so interesting with the symbolism of chips in this story, right?
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus with Siobhan.
Oh, for real?
Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos.
Because like it's not only the symbolism of like, you know, like how like the chips are always right, but like now think of it that way, the way like Aventurine was like, oh yeah, the chips are always like you know, the chips are always in the right place, and then he was called a chip himself, you know what I mean? Like it's pretty freaking dark when you think about it, really. So he needs to drop gold coins even in a dream.
That's a clever metaphor.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
I guess so.
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
So we kind of like obtained all the drinks that we can obtain as well. A new sticker as well. Let's go talk to Gallagher then.
That being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's done. So go ahead, explore the bar, and bring me any ingredients you prefer.
We found a lot of ingredients,
nice
right?
Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, take your pick.
I wouldn't even know, buddy. You pick something. I wouldn't even know.
Has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial
You pick.
taste and the lingering aftertaste. So, which one would you like to use as the base?
I don't know. Dream syrup. Like, I guess we'll try the first one. I have no idea. Using the creation of Penacony, this. Oh wow. This syrup serves as a non-addictive tranquilizer, offering an ineffable experience of serenity and delight and duration. I guess we can try this.
You won't find a sweeter drink anywhere in Penacony. And that's what today's dream seekers crave. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste without overpowering the main tone. So, what's your choice for the adjunct?
You can pick whatever you want, Gallagher. Recipe for a bright future. One day we'll have a real house with, I guess this sounds right. Oh, one day a real house with a cup of coffee in your hand. Your wife says it'll have the yard. We can grow flowers in a hall where we can dance in a transparent attic where we can gaze at the stars, and ideally a small dog to cuddle and fall asleep with. That would truly be the truly blissful life. You smile in silence and propose a toast. A warm vapor swirls and ascends, gently caressing the ceiling before dissipating. Yeah, we can try this.
Future. A taste that's been a long time coming.
I'm not sure what to do here. Like I'm just picking any random one, really.
I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as Mikhail whisked me
Mikhail!
through the dreamscape wilderness. Those were haunting times. Too beautiful.
We have a reference to Mikhail once again, like we did before with the when we first entered the dreamscape, right? When we literally first entered the dream, the first thing we heard was like someone calling out to Mikhail, and we saw the text everywhere calling out to Mikhail as well.
Mikhail.
Yes, Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer?
Are we gonna learn about Mikhail?
Anything you need, I've got it.
Straws with a concentric circle, Haru sign, coin-shaped lemons. Oh, that sounds nice.
The IPC's favorite. Ambitious, aren't you?
I'm starting to gain a lot of friends there, apparently.
Well, it's done.
It's actually kind of pretty.
You, Dream Seeker, with this glass of El Dorado.
It looks pretty.
To golden dreams.
To golden dreams.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors. They're way more sophisticated than Soulglad.
When Marge is excited, I'm excited.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like.
Oh, okay, so symbolic of the dream.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that Mikhail?
Please tell me about this Mikhail. Mikhail, I heard his name in my dream.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
Wait.
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore.
Are you going to reveal about Mikhail?
Let's dig deeper into the case. And of course...
Please.
I'll tell you a story about Mikhail.
Please.
All right. Let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway.
Right.
She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that.
So when they were searching for her, that's when they found out about her death?
She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality. As if she had never come to Penacony at all.
So it's not like her body is just laying out there somewhere.
Huh? Does that mean...
Death eradicated her? Maybe things will turn out different than what we think? I'm gonna go with the first line here. I know it's dark, but...
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place.
We saw that... Remember what with, the investigation that Black Swan was doing, that someone had erased the memories of some character? So I wonder if, like, they're able to erase, like, the memory of... We know she was fading from people's memories, right? That was the thing she was saying. That was a part of her, her being less tangible and less connected to the earth. But I wonder if, like, it's just, you know, like, to be someone like that just never existed in the first place is a very dark thought.
Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Right.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
Well, we know the idea of, like, spiritual death was already brought up as well, but so are they saying they deal with death on a regular basis?
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide.
Wow.
Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you.
No, but legit though, like, to have, like, someone like that is just, like, straightforward, being like, yeah, this is, like, something we do. We've heard of this. People have heard of this. The rumors are kind of true.
Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people.
But it still affects people, though. And of course, I know what he's saying. Like, to confront the family on this, they could easily cover it up. They could easily just be like, look, it's an isolated incident. It's not happening to everybody.
If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with
oh
the
my
family.
God. What is the true problem with the family?
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
Please, I beg.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right?
Yes.
Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
That's the exact wording.
Leave it up to Himiko to be able to like get the exact wording as well.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
Marge is ready to give a compliment.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
I do adore this because what we're learning here right now is that, like, you know, our suspicions that we had are not only being kind of like confirmed as we kind of like thought so, but it's also like that, like, there's other people in Penacony that like are very aware of the stuff that's happening here.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Well, this never even like crossed my mind in a very real way, to be honest, this part.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct.
Okay.
The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time.
Wow.
But the hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created.
Like Clocky. That's so interesting. So like the family just sees him as an enemy now, sees him as against them.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So everyone would find the Watchmaker's legacy? Everyone would find the Watchmaker?
So you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right?
Is it legitimately like they know that, like, okay, now we can use this opportunity to have people like expose the Watchmaker?
Because
that's what they're saying.
Is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony. And he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape.
In what way? What does this have to do with Mikhail? So they're saying, like, yeah, this character who's supposed to be this shining beacon apparently is the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony. And the family is accepted everyone here because they thought that this would help expose this stain and the history of Penacony. But what does that have to do with Mikhail?
You don't get it? Well, I mean...
Is Mikhail the Watchmaker?
Mikhail, the betrayer of the family. He's the Watchmaker.
So this whole time when we were hearing that, we were hearing someone call out to Mikhail, the Watchmaker. Wait, what did you do? No, stop. What are you doing? No, not sometime later. Now. Not sometime later.
Here we are. Clock Studios theme park. Most popular entertainment center.
Oh, I legit... Again, I wouldn't mind them transferring to, like, Black Swan or Aventurine to see more story, right? But I need to, like, hear more about this Mikhail stuff.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past.
So there's something here that makes this history feel like it's like being contained, I guess. Or I guess not known to everybody maybe at the same time too is the way to put it.
You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macro void.
The macro void.
The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality.
Wait, so is this how, like, this is the basis of Penacony then, right? Like, this is where they found out that people could have, like, dreams that, like, like they're saying, like, overlapped and interacted with each other? Like, is that what's happening now? Like, maybe that's where they got the idea for Penacony then? Or at least that's where they got the basis of Penacony, and it was happening on this prison, like in the original IPC prison. Wow.
But everything has a price. And sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality.
Oh, okay.
One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC's shackles and fought for freedom.
Okay.
He is Hanu.
Hanu.
The great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs.
So there was a... Hanu is based on a character like a real-life person?
History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual...
That's so interesting. That's so interesting to me.
These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
So there's like a relation to like the characters themselves in the real world as well, which is very cool. It's very, very cool.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself.
Whoa.
Who knows what it's for?
So for like that's obviously like very serious if Sunday issued the order himself.
So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects.
Can you convince them to let us in?
We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can just talk here.
Sure.
Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here. Including Clocky.
Like it's obviously changed very much so, right? The symbol of Clocky, now that we know, like, you know, I guess like from Gallagher's perspective, like the idea behind the Watchmaker is actually like a stain on this society and stuff, because as well, it's obviously seen in a much like different, much more different light than we were expecting, I guess.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
Is the war they're talking about then the war with the IPC, or breaking out of the shackles from the IPC and fighting back against the IPC?
It was a monumental war for freedom.
Yeah.
Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious.
Man, that's so cool. It's like a ragtag group.
Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
Right. Okay, this is really cool. It's really cool to know about this. Like, there's a lot of history here.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him. So maybe he inherited the title.
So it's like an inherited title then, and like passed down to different like people?
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
What? What? Huh?
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him.
Okay.
With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Asdana was uncertain.
What's so funny about this is that, like, in that moment, I thought this was gonna be one of those weird things where, like, the game's like, yeah, this person's actually like a baby, you know what I mean? And like, for so I was like, are they actually doing this? No, it's a joke. Okay, it's a joke.
It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
So he came up with that idea, at least like the original Watchmaker came up with that idea.
He became known as the father of Penacony.
And you don't understand why, like, it's a symbol like that you could use, especially since like it's based in some aspects of fact, right? Where it's like he did come up with the idea for doing this.
But you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No. I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children.
What? Like legit children or just like symbolic children?
But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
It's interesting that, like, you know, they, as we're saying, they do call him the father of Penacony, and it makes sense, like, he came up with this idea as well. But also it came from the perspective, I guess, of having, like, limited resources. Maybe it was a thing where, like, they felt like their back was against the wall at this point, too. So creating this world, like, came from, like, a stress point, I guess, as well, which, again, adds the idea of, like, escapism in my mind as well, at least.
What did you do?
I did nothing.
Nothing?
And that's the worst betrayal of all.
What?
Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony.
Right.
Even though the true traitors were someone else.
So they were dedicated to the family. So no, to Penacony, but then the family set them up. Okay. Interesting.
Well, they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world. Behind closed doors.
Oh my God.
They condemn him on a pillar of shame.
Yeah, he's like so famous in this world, right? And they like talk like he's the symbol of this world. But like the family has like a huge, like detestable problem with him as well.
Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony.
But
we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog.
wow, you can tell there's like so much like regret in his voice, right? And like there's kind of like a bit of pain from that as well, even recounting this.
The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment.
Whoa.
Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past.
Oh my God. But yeah, that's like to me, like it's like this whole idea of like being cut off from your partners and your past, right? And it's like, oh yeah, you got a job, but the thing is like now, I guess it's more seen as a way to like contain an issue. Like if you have someone like Gallagher who clearly was very dedicated to Penacony and dedicated to I guess finding out who truly was the betrayer or the traitors in this sense, like having him as someone like who's right under your nose, but also having him as someone who like can't have any contact with his former companions or partners, and he can't also like the idea of being disconnected from your past, I guess, is the idea that like this new job is like such a different life than what he has before. It's like it's no longer him, it's no longer his life. That's what I'm getting from him anyway as well. That's pretty dark when you think about it. It's very dark when you think about it.
Obscurity, in a place where no one could find him.
What?
That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
So because he died, he's like, okay, then Penacony is not just this utopia of dreams anymore.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly
Right.
working against the family all this time.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Another inheritor? Like someone else was taking the name of the Watchmaker and is working against them again. I love this type of stuff. And like, we don't know who, right? We don't know exactly who, but it's such an interesting thing, this like inheritance stuff of a name.
Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams.
I love this phrasing here because it's one of those things where it's like it could just be an idea. The Watchmaker is an idea itself, so the idea that this new person could be like just an idea, or like the idea of like Mikhail's just like, and I think like maybe figuratively lost soul, or it could be literally, but like It's so interesting the way he phrases this.
So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking.
And he believes it's tied to Firefly.
I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many.
Jesus, because there's so much to the idea of this story, right? And the idea of Mikhail and like the rebellion and the past that they all had as well. The family and the setting up of Mikhail. There's so much that goes into this. So much.
I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Barking on.
I wonder if this was like a cathartic to even like say any of this stuff as well from Gallagher, right? Because this obviously, like, you know, from Gallagher's perspective, this is a character who like obviously had like a big connection to like Mikhail. Is probably like tormented every day with the idea of like, look at what my job is. I'm working for the family, but this is more of a punishment. I'm basically like their dog that has been cut off from my past and my companions, my life in the past. The Penacony that I once known is all gone. There's this feeling of probably like, you know, every single day when you wake up and you look in the mirror and you look at your outfit and you look at your job, you sit at your desk, every single moment at a job would remind you the fact that like, holy crap, like this is my life now. Like what has happened to me is what I'm doing now in this life. And I wonder if like that's what like even being able to say this to us, like saying it out loud, I wonder if that's like some feeling that like makes him feel like better, you know, a little, not that that's gonna heal anything, but make him feel a little bit better. Because even now he's like saying like I want to talk to him, and he knows his, and like obviously he's helping us as well with like the connection to Firefly, and even that probably confused him as well, like the idea of Firefly just disappearing from existence, kind of like Mikhail, you know, dying in obscurity and not knowing everything, and no one really know like what happened to him. But like that does interest me a lot, the idea of like the kind of like weight that this would put on Gallagher's shoulders all these years, to have this directive from the family, but not actually truly liking the family, nor trusting the family, nor having like a it's not like it was a pursuit. Like I want to be a basically a detective. I want to be an inspector. I want to do this. This is my passion. I'm dropped in here because it's the thing that can truly keep me cut off from my past life. It's a dark thing to think about. It really is.
Something just happened at the theme park. Now, if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways projected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Both lost, right? Both in a place that wasn't their home. You know what I mean? It's like we're not accepting those in, right? Anymore.
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
It's rough. It's really rough.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection to the family, and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death.
Yeah. So, we know that the Watchmaker is an enemy of the family, an inherited title that was someone who created Penacony after the destruction or after the containment of what happened in the IPC prisons, and then the rebellion that they had once again as well. That connection to the family that like they obviously like have like a they're probably, you know, again still looking for Mikhail, still looking for the Watchmaker, hoping that this will expose the Watchmaker by bringing all these people here in an attempt to expose the Watchmaker. And we also know now that like death is a thing that happens here in Penacony, which you already knew that, but like being confirmed from Gallagher. But it's something that like the family will deny because it hasn't been affecting everybody. It's only been affecting a few people. I think that's what we're getting at here in a lot of things here. I will go back over everything as well, by the way, before the end of this, and I'll come back and talk about all this stuff because there's a lot of stuff in this episode as well. But that's what I think is happening, right? We know that at one point the Watchmaker was Mikhail. Yeah. And it seems like it's not just like what happened to Firefly or what happened to Robin that is happening when it comes to death on this planet. It's even like stuff like with like Mikhail's disappearance and all these characters' disappearances. It's very Very dark to think about. Let's go. Okay, the family that isn't united is one.
Exactly. Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else. Probably within the Oak family.
Aventurine taught this as well. Aventurine said that there is possibly a traitor within the Oak family, within the family themselves, and he kind of confirmed this, he said, with that conversation at the same time too. And I think Sparkle has a feeling that that might be true at the same time also. Death is related to the Watchmaker.
That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Firefly got involved in this mess because of the legacy. And now we're sure that Aventurine's accusations against Acheron are baseless.
So it's kind of, I guess, like, cleared Acheron of all suspicion, but like we're saying that maybe the reason why Firefly died is because she was in pursuit of the Watchmaker's legacy? And the Clocky is based on the Watchmaker.
You're really into Clocky, huh? He's just a fictional character, not a real
But his story can reveal, like, a lot about the past, right?
Speaking of which, that Clocky who only reveals himself to you is quite intriguing. It's a shame we've never met him since
True.
then.
I pretty much sums it up. Okay.
Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
I'm not complaining that there's so much. It's just that, like, I think it's going to take a bit to gather all of the stuff together and my thoughts and everything. There's a lot going on with a lot of different personalities, a lot of different moments. There's a lot. About the Welt situation? Mr. Yang, our investigation here has come to an end. How's the progress going on your end? Not too bad. The Galaxy Ranger and I agreed that the family might be hiding something. There you go as well. That's so great how this is like dovetailed. Acheron didn't eventually say she was dangerous, but we just found out that she, you know, she's on our side. Okay, and if Welt says that, don't worry. Please wait for a while. I'll keep you posted as soon as I find anything. The reason why this is... What? We're playing as Acheron now?
Are your companions worried about you?
The reason why this is so amazing and how dovetailed the story is, and I think it's absolutely incredible, is that almost like all at like the same time, everyone's kind of found out that the family is hiding something and that there's a traitor within the family. We confirmed it. Aventurine kind of like has not confirmed his suspicions, but has his suspicions, and Acheron also feels the same way too, as they told Welt. It's all dovetailing in this one big way from like all sides, which makes it seem like it's more plausible that there is a traitor within inside the family then.
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
Is this not... Are we going straight to Sunday?
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded
What the hell? I didn't think we were going here.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
That's effed, right? Or we're just looking for clues, I guess. We are now playing as Acheron, guys. Oh my god. That is so freaking fun. Look at this amazing character. Holy hell, with the hilt of her sword, by the way. Beating people with the hilt of her sword. So incredible. She's so awesome. Look at her design. The hair is gorgeous, by the way. I loved her hair, and like the outfit at the back as well is so cool too. She is so legitimately so cool. She really is. Guys, I'm going to end the episode here. There's a lot of stuff that we can talk about here, but I just want to talk about, because I'm going to go, I will legit, no problem saying, I'm going to go back and like look over everything so we can like truly get like a good feel for everything. Why do I think everything's going to dovetail into one like big thing? I think it's good to have like all my ducks in a row and have everything kind of like together and like and write down some thoughts maybe, because there's a lot in this episode, and sometimes you guys, I don't do that all the time, because I think that sometimes it's easy to like for us to like to ascertain everything. And when I think I got the kind of like the crux of everything, I definitely want to see if there's anything I missed, if there's anything that I changed my mind about with some dialogue that they said. I think it's super important to check that out. I think it is, especially when there was so much here. We got the conversations with Sparkle and Sunday, Dr. Ratio and Sparkle and Aventurine, Dr. Ratio and Aventurine, our conversations with Gallagher, the Acheron and Welt conversation that was happening as well, the Black Swan and the Everflame Mansion members conversation. There was so much going on here at this one point that I think it is important to kind of like make sure we have like everything in a row. But like in terms of like what I think what they're doing for the characters here before we go any further, like with the emotions of these characters. Sorry for moving back and forth here, just like sometimes I like moving around with this stuff. Aventurine as a character is like one of the most like complicated and interesting characters, because you never know truly what their motivation is, what they're truly doing at any moment. And I think that's like an important thing for their characters, because they don't want people to truly like get a feel for who they are or what they're thinking at any moment, even though it feels like people know how I don't want to say sad they are, but I think a lot of people get the feeling from Aventurine where it's like this character is kind of like putting up a front. You know, they are putting up a front. And you can even see him with like Sparkle there. And even though like it might be just a thing where he is 2 steps ahead, it could be. But I think also at the same time too, he loves having the perception from people that he is 2 steps ahead. Even in, look, you had Dr. Ratio being like, that just sounds like you lost. And he's like, no, I didn't lose. You know, and it could be a thing where he does have, again, he is gaining some advantages here, so show that is true. But he did lose in it seems like with a battle of like a gamble, right? Then you have also stuff with like a Sparkle being like, that just sounds like you know nothing, right? And he's like, no. And there is a thing where he does try to keep up this perception, and that could be from like the trauma that he's had from growing up with like people treating him less than he was, like treated as a slave. He was horribly treated as a slave, and you know his people were massacred, and now he's a member of the IPC, where like he probably feels like he has some quote unquote importance, and he wants to bring down the veil of all of Penacony because he's like, I don't give a damn about this whole thing to here is absolutely like I guess I know what you call it, like disgusting to him, because it's like one of those things where it's like, this isn't real. I don't see this as real. This whole situation is not real. So to talk about this episode, there's a lot of things that happened here, right? We had like the scene with Dr. Ratio and Aventurine, and I felt like to me in that scene, that was a scene about like the aftermath of what just happened. Dr. Ratio still felt bad for what happened. Aventurine was kind of saying that I've not lost, but if, Dr. Ratio was kind of saying like, it seems like you've lost. And I wonder again, that could be, as you said, we're gonna have to type of talk. It could be like a thing where he like does feel like he is getting closer to what he needs to get, but also at the same time too, like it could be a thing where he's trying to put up a good face for Dr. Ratio as well. Who knows what that idea is there? But regardless of what that idea is, it does definitely seem like you know. There's a tense now relationship between Dr. Ratio and Aventurine, which I hope eventually they could like make friends again. Because even at one point he's like, what is the matter to you? You betrayed me. And he gave him this scroll in the end that if he can open it up at any point, I guess when he's about to die or something. And I guess like it's like a prescription. I'm not sure how it works, but like it was a very interesting conversation, a tense conversation. You can tell Dr. Ratio still felt kind of bad, and that kind of goes back to even like the Screwlum stuff, where Screwlum's like, you're like more of a medical doctor than you say you are. So I think there was like a feeling of like feeling terrible about what happened there as well. The Acheron stuff with Welt was to me like such a like mysterious and I'm going a little bit out of order here, by the way. Like I just thought of the Dr. Ratio and Aventurine stuff there first. But like the situation with Acheron and Welt was such an interesting conversation, because I don't understand everything that happened there, but I still think it's like a very like interesting conversation to have. They talked about stuff like how like the family, or Acheron was saying the family is like a monument themselves. All these beautiful monuments around here, the family is a monument. They're like a puzzle that's working together, like a well-oiled machine. They all share an ideal, and in return for sharing that ideal of harmony, they receive stuff in return. But even she was saying like even divine bodies have their limits, so I wonder if she's saying that even like the family has their limits as well. Acheron was saying that she believes the dream is collapsing due to the inevitability in human nature. I think human nature is probably like this thing where like she probably means like maybe it's like about to like collapse, because like things are deteriorating in real life. Humans are meant to like kind of, I guess, like maybe fall apart in some way. But also at the same time too, like she's saying the family has ignored this for so many years. So I wonder if it's one of those things where like, again, as she said, people live without consequences. People live so happily in their lives that because of this, that's why death is coming closer, because there's a lack of preparation and as well. I mean, it might just be preparation. It might just be a spiritual thing of like, if you feel like you're invincible, maybe necrosis comes closer to you as well. And they believe that one thing getting destroyed here could end everything. All it takes is one piece of the puzzle to fall apart, and then everything comes down. Like the dream, Welch was saying the dream that they created was like almost like a prison in itself, because like it's one of those things where like, yes, they have this beautiful thing that they have here, it's like a dream, but they're also trapped in the ideals of the dream, that if one thing falls apart, then all of it falls apart. They're trapped metaphorically in that sequence as well. Acheron also said that like her sword has like helps her remember things when she pulls it out, and she also remembered like some stuff about like the different worlds that are here on Penacony. The idea of the moment of daybreak with the factories that are behind the scenes, the Gilded Hour being the financial area where people are so obsessed with money and hustle and bustle that they don't even notice when people would fall out of the sky right in front of them. The Blue Hour had this like endless romanticism, and then the Moment of Dusk had this like consumerism, where they had this very sad story about a machine like selling itself 13 times. They were like people with things willing to sell themselves, gamble away their money, they throw away money like dust, and it really does make it feel like, you know, the beautiful aspects of Penacony are just like kind of like this, again, this mask for like a very kind of like, not seedy, but like awful, destructive underbelly, where the oiled machine of Penacony is actually being oiled in a very, you know, not underhanded way, but a very like a way that you wouldn't even expect. Like with the workers not living in luxury, the money that's funding this place is like, again, like it's so in such a very non-livable way. They even said the idea of like people are just living paycheck to paycheck, not because they're poor, but because like the thing where they like genuinely like only care about the money aspect. They will literally rush to get their money, then rush to put their money in the bank, and then rush to work again. It's like no way to live even. Like it's a very like, I don't know, it's a very weird underbelly of Penacony as well. They said Penacony was not like this long ago. She believes that it's inevitable that these things are happening, and that even if like we change, would this make people happy? And then Will starts sharing a story about the idea of like this character who did something similar, and talked about the idea of like people losing their future if they get stuck in a dream. Because if you're stuck in one place and you believe this is like you're content, you're probably not going to move any further. And this spiritual utopia that was created, while it kept everyone's dreams there and intact, it meant that the people who like were there in those dreams weren't able to like move forward and find something new with their lives. He used the symbolism of Icarus. I'm not sure if that gets actually like very true, but he said they're like an Icarus in the story too. And the story of Icarus is obviously flying too close to the sun, getting too close to danger, going too high in a situation. I don't know what we describe it, and just like it's perfect. Icarus is a perfect description of like some people's actions. Like you went too far, you flew too close to the sun. It's like say like a money launderer who steals too much money. It's like you had a good thing going, now your wings are burnt off because you did too much. And because of that, every person after that will possibly get higher as well. Like if you see, it's like we use the analogy of like you know, someone invents like a flying machine, the next person invents a flying machine is going to do better. So again and again, the failures that people have will lead to more people getting higher. We're soaring higher. Acheron was talking about the idea that like birds will literally watch other birds, or non-flying creatures will see birds flying in the sky and be like, I want to do that. But what if the light that we see, the heavens and the earth that they talk about, the idea of like this light shining down that's so appealing to go up and see is actually an endless nothing and all-consuming darkness? Why should we even go towards it? And that's such a profound way of talking. It's like, what if this thing was like actually destructive? What if all this beauty that we're trying to find in the world and this thing we're trying to strive for is actually like a destructive thing? And again, I don't fully understand the conversation fully, because I think they were speaking a lot of like analogies and cryptic things sometimes. But I think the crux of the whole conversation was the idea that Acheron believes that that maybe they could be left in this dream. And the idea of moving forward past this dream could be something that's destructive for them, but also at the same time, like Welta saying that like if people are left in a dream for too long, they will never move forward. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff there as well, but I think that like that's like kind of like a part of it at the very least. There's a lot of stuff in that conversation. Black Swan had a conversation with someone that seems to be another member of the Everflame Mansion, and this time she said on the phone that like we found on the phone that Acheron is an emanator, but not just an emanator that should not exist. And that's such an interesting phrasing to me, because it's like this character should not be living, should not be a thing. Like again, absolutely like a scary thing to hear, because like I think like emanator already is like, oh my god, you're an emanator. But then when you hear like should not be, something should not exist, it stops you in your tracks again. For me, it stopped me in my tracks and like made me kind of go, oh my god, this character could be dangerous. And once again, I love that Acheron is such a person of interest, whether it be for like Aventurine or Welt or the Astral Express or Black Swan. Everyone is trying to find out about Acheron. They're like a character that is so interesting. Their identity is still kind of like hazy. You know, they're not of the hunt. They're an emanator, but the emanator that should not be. You know, where did their journey start in this situation? Their history overlaps with stuff that Welt was even saying. It's such an interesting thing where like it's like who is this person? You know. Aventurine was going around getting rumors as well from people. Like I think we found out that the idea that the memory meme is a thing that people think about. Death is a thing that people think about. But it's not concrete. There's nothing concrete there, and it's all mixed up, as rumors are, because throughout life rumors will be mixed up in that way. And then he finds Sparkle, and Sparkle once again wants to be playful. And she said that like Aventurine has become a mute, or is it going to become a mute? He'll become someone that's never had to speak again. And that could mean someone who is like controlled by the Harmony completely, or someone who's dead. It could be that as well. It could be any of those things. But he said he's still closer to the truth. And like, once again, she doesn't believe it. Again, it's one of those things where Dr. Ratio didn't believe him either, but she didn't believe it either. He's like, I'm getting closer to the truth. And he even says to her as well, like, he offers her chaos in exchange for information. Is the mute still on Penacony? And it's weird because she says, I think she says they swapped the gender of the gender term of the character back and forth. So I wonder if he figured something out there. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll probably find out as we're going forward. She even like offered to like do this like mutually assured destruction thing with him, which he turned down because I genuinely believe what he said at the end here, which is like that he wants to see the walls fall and how everyone realize what's happening. Then you can do your destruction of this planet, because he's saying like I think he genuinely wants like the veil to be dropped. He wants everyone to see Penacony for what it is, and the only way to do that is for everyone to be alive when they see this as well. They need to like he needs everyone to fully like realize that this is a lie. This is a lie. He also confirmed, by the way, with like I didn't say it already. You've confirmed with Dr. Ratio that something a lot of characters confirmed, and we'll talk about that more at the end as well. That he believes that the family is like there is like a traitor from within the family, and the family is the cause of this. And Acheron feels this way too. So does Gallagher, and so does the other members of the Astro Express now as well. They also had this like really like horrible flashback, which once again you see him like trying to gamble on his own life again. I want to say treated as a slave. He is like made to be a slave. He has a barcode. It's one of the most horrible things you have to witness, and it's hard to even look at because I feel so bad for him. And the dirt person that's doing this to him is just evil, absolutely evil. And once again, you see the things that Aventurine has had to go through, whether it be the slaughter of his family, the having to live up to the idea of being this lucky person, already having this reputation that people have against this prejudice against this Ignodian, so he has to live up to that as well. There's so much things. The torture, the slavery, the massacre, the pressure that's put on him to be a lucky child and a lucky person, all this stuff that he's gone through in his life, it really feels like that's what's leading to this like not hatred for Penacony, but this like want to drop the veil and reveal the truth of Penacony, right? And I really feel like it is one of the situations where deep down he wants people to see this. So like this whole like, oh, it's so beautiful and nice and all this thing is so pretty, is revealed to be like an ugly truth, because he has gone through the ugliness in his life as well. And he's also someone, again, who has gone through ugliness in his life, but presents this very beautiful, handsome, idyllic person who is like, who has a reputation, but from the front, like all you can see is like this super handsome man who's well dressed, who is like very confident and stuff, because and suave, and is very good at getting like deals done. When in reality, he has gone through some of the most torturous things you could ever go through in your life, and that's what he's had to live with throughout his life. And it's such a horrible thing to think about. Even thinking back on that scene with the barcode, it makes me want to like cry just thinking about it. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating that anyone would have to go through that as well. And I feel like that colors his whole view of like the world. It colors his experiences, the way he's always gambling away his life, the way even now he's made the biggest gamble on his life. He was willing to gamble on his life even with the slave owner at the time too. He gambled on his life as well with them getting his sister's trinket back. He is like 100% the ultimate gambler in a sense that he will gamble on his own existence, right? And that's just his character as well. But like, it's hard not to like, cheer for him a little bit, but he's like, I'm going to reveal the truth to Penacony, and like, he wants to drop the veil, and like, it's going to be one of the biggest moments when they reveal the truth and all this stuff. It's hard not to cheer for him. It's really not. We talked to Gallagher as well, and Gallagher says he knows like that death is here. And death, that means like there is a confirmation that death happens, but not often enough for the families to really like care about it that much. But obviously they care about now that what happened to Robin. Death is more normal than we think, basically, and like, he said, he confirmed that Firefly was a stowaway, but that Firefly vanished without a trace. And this is what the tragedy he's talking about. Like, there's no body, there's no head, there's no existence. She is gone from existence. And that's like a terrifying thing as well. But that's what he says is a tragedy too. And I think it's one of those situations, like we said in this video, the reason why he remembers her so much now is because like he probably thinks like, oh man, if I realized she was a stowaway, she might like be around still. I know that he shouldn't think like that, but it's one of those situations where like, she was killed and now she's gone. right? But there's no body. There's no existence. Her existence was erased from this planet. The stuff with Mikhail was finally revealed as well. The music box has asked us to come and find why life slumbers. It was a message sent by the Watchmaker, technically. And the family let this happen because they believed this would be a way to expose the Watchmaker. If they allow people to find this and to explore this, especially the Astral Express, it's one of those things that maybe they can expose where the actual Watchmaker is, because they are at odds with the Watchmaker. And they authorized us to do this, to explore this place, because they believe that the Mikhail has betrayed the family, and he is called the root of all anomalies and also the stain on Penacony, right? There's all this stuff that they call him as well. But we learned something a little bit different afterwards. He was one of the IPC prisoners that was helping, salvage like leaking memoria. And this made everyone develop dreams, like overlapping dreams, which is kind of something that's happened in Penacony. Everyone's like in an overlapping dream. And so him and like Hanu were able to like kind of like meet each other in these dreams. And Hanu, one of those prisoners, broke free from the IPC, and he was like the leader of Dreamville in the stories, like in the cartoons. And so he's obviously based on a real character. And I love how they do that as well, base the cartoons on real characters. It's like historical events within the actual events of the story as well. And so they had this like war, which was like a rebellion, and alongside so many different types of people, and they were able to come out of this victorious. We found out as well that like the Watchmaker title is probably like an inherited title. It's probably passed down. So the current Watchmaker might not be the same as Mikhail or the original. It's all the stuff or the Watchmaker that came before them. It seems like just like an idea, and that kind of embodies, I think, such a cool way of doing it, because the Watchmaker in of itself, to a lot of people, is just an idea. It's just like this amazing thing that people can look to in a lot of ways. They were on the ropes, and they kind of like were down on their luck as well after all this stuff had happened, after the rebellion had happened. And that's when Mikhail came up with the idea of doing the Dreamscape, which makes sense why he would be called the father of the Dreamscape, because he's utilizing the stuff that we already had, the Memoria thing, where people are like having overlapping dreams, and like putting it together in one place where it can kind of be like this dreamscape, right? And that makes sense why he would be called like the father of all like Penacony, and he would be like this symbol, I guess, at the same time too. But Mikhail was seen as like a traitor of the family, because Mikhail and his companions and Gallagher were dedicated to Penacony, or themselves to Penacony. But they left the family, and during that they were branded as traitors, I believe. And from that, then Mikhail became a became a private enemy to the family, because they still at that time, in like such an interesting way of doing it, they praised the Watchmaker in the public. Oh, the Watchmaker, clocky, they have all the symbols all over the place. But in private, they're like, no, he is a traitor and he's a stain on this whole freaking world. And Mikhail says that he feels bad because he did nothing to do anything, or he felt like he did nothing. And because of that, he was offered a job by the family to become basically like their as he said it himself, their dog, basically. Like he was basically like separated from his companions, separated from his past, and he became a member of the Bloodhound family. It's a pretty dark way of looking at it, because he said himself that Mikhail like died alone, and that's what shook his fate in Penacony. The Penacony he once knew and loved and would die for or fight for, it no longer exists. And also the fact now he feels like, and the way we're talking to him, he feels like a character that was once very proud of this world, but now just has such a negative view of this place, and also a negative view of himself. It does feel like when I'm listening to Gallagher that he has a lot of like self-hatred. He has a lot of feelings of like regret, and he said that outright. Like he felt like he did nothing in those moments, and now he's not even able to have that connection with his past. To the point that like when he heard about this idea of this new Watchmaker, he didn't care if it was like a ghost that he was talking to. He just wanted to talk to Mikhail again. He wanted to see them again. His character's already so instantly interesting because of that, because we have a character that is in such a dark place, in such a dark space at the moment, that it almost felt cathartic for them to talk to us about it. They were able to tell a full story about all this stuff, and it's probably one of the first times they've said it to somebody, because who else is going to listen to that, you know what I mean? And he was able to like, express himself and express his feelings, and it did feel like it was somewhat cathartic for him, right? Because he is a character who obviously cared so much for Mikhail and cared so much for Penacony, and now he's watched what's happened to it. He knows there's like a deterioration. He knows that death is here. He knows that there's like there's anomalies. He knows that it's not perfect. But he has to live with this every single day as he works for the family that he believes, I believe, are the true traitors. That someone within the family is a true traitor, which now we have that thing again. It's like this dovetailing story, and it's incredible. We have from all sides. Gallagher thinks there's something wrong with the family. Aventurine is sure that there's something wrong with the family. Sparkle believes this too. Welt and Acheron believe this too. From all sides, there was a feeling that there's something wrong and rotten within the family. And it's all centering on one thing here as well. It's so interesting the way they're doing this, and the story is like dovetailing like that as well. But yeah, someone has the title of Watchmaker now, again, and they're working against the family. And he also believes this is to do with Firefly's death as well. So we have, like, once again, another person inheriting the name of Watchmaker, and they're moving on and doing something against the family again. And to be like, that's also like such an interesting thing that we don't know who this person is. We don't know who the Watchmaker is. We don't know what their motive is. We don't know why they're trying to do this. But we do have at least the knowledge of the history of the Watchmaker and the history of like Penacony being created and the rebellion and all this stuff as well. But also we got to know some more characters, get to know characters a little bit deeper as well as it pertains to Aventurine and Gallagher in a way. And also with Acheron too, I feel like is a character to me, after the conversation with Welt, she's also like a character who has like a lot of sadness in her too. She look at one point in her eyes, she looked like so sad that this was the inevitability of Penacony, that something was going to happen to this place. And so sad as well, the stuff that she probably had to do in her past as well, because she talked about like she had to kill someone in her past too, and like that overlaps, the stuff Welch was saying was overlapping with her history as well. As you said, Aventurine, a character who like clearly was so wronged by the world, prejudice against him, the pain he's had to go through, the slavery, the gambling of his own life, the pressure that was put on him by his family, the massacre of his entire world. Now he's like, once again being punished again for his gambling. He's been punished for his gambling now, with this 16-hour time limit that's left with this as well. But that's all shaped his future. It's shaped how he sees the world. It's shaped his status. It's shaped how he sees the status symbols of this world as well. And then we have Gallagher, who I believe is a character who has a lot of self-hatred, a lot of self-deprecation, a feeling of being lost, a feeling of being trapped. Every day he looks in the mirror and he sees like a person working for the family who was disconnected from his past, and Mikhail and his other companions. These characters are so varied and interesting and so like sad to follow, but at the same time too, like I want to follow their story. I definitely want to follow the story, and they're so interesting in that way. But yeah, I love the way that everything's like kind of dovetailing on both Acheron and the family. There's a lot of people that feel the family has like a traitor within them, and like they're like the problem is coming from inside there. There's also still people looking for Acheron's identity and who she is. Black Swan is definitely looking for that as well. We have that fear of like what the emanator should not be means. We have like everyone kind of like I feel like it's aiming towards is going to collide in one moment, right? Obviously they're talking about the show that's coming up as well. It is like a feeling that everything is going to collide and mix together in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. It's a story that will like as I said, dovetail. That's what dovetailing is. It's like all these separate, like different stories are all leading to one converging path. And it's so interesting to see this. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting me as always. You're always amazing. And I love reading the comments. I really do. The comments on Honkai Star Rail are so fantastic. And I adore you for that as well. I adore you so much. Thank you so much to my patrons at the highest tier of Patreon. And also my YouTube members at the highest tier as well. If I can get that list up here as well. And I will say... here we are. Tyvar 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny Banana, The Ghost Phoenix Summer, Delicious Felix, Yule, Radish Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Casparian, Jared Bean. I'm at the highest tier of my YouTube. Royal Gamer 7 and Blast. I want to see you all so soon. Bye bye.